name is Leanne Bolio, and I have had the honor of serving as the chairperson of KITE since 2017. I believe that what has always defined KITE as a collaborative and made us an integral support for the community of Enfield has been our faithful commitment to adjusting our work to meet the ever-changing needs of the families, educators, and professionals who dedicate themselves to caring for, teaching, and guiding the growth of young children. We have experienced so many changes as a community over the past 5 years, and I am proud of and so grateful for KITE's response to the challenges and opportunities that we have all faced. We have invested time and emotion in our commitment to equity. We have strengthened our partnerships with parents, physicians, mental health professionals, the business community, and higher education, and we have been recognized both regionally and statewide as a model for a vital and responsive collaborative. And now, as we emerge from the unprecedented crisis of the pandemic, KITE, with all of its members, will be working to revise our community plan, and I know it will be our long-standing partners, along with those new connections, partnerships, strategies, and technologies that will help us respond to the realities that now impact our young children and their families. I'm so grateful that in my last year as chairperson of KITE, we will have the unique opportunity to work together to reimagine KITE and to begin to realize all of our collective possibilities. Thank you.
I know it's all you've got to just be strong. And it's a fight just to keep it together. I know you think that you are too far gone, but hope is never lost. Hope is never lost. Hold on, don't let go. Hey, hold on, don't let go. Just stay one step closer, put one foot in front of the other. You'll get through this. Just follow the light in the darkness. One step closer, put one foot in front of the other. You'll get through this. Just follow the light in the darkness. You're gonna be okay.
KITE has always imagined a world where family engagement is thriving and impacting the community where families with young children are. Our long-standing partnership with Enfield Public Schools has allowed many forms of family engagement to take place. Since 2014, UConn's People Empowering People program has been offered in Arabic, Hindi, and Spanish to Enfield families. In 2022, Spanish PEP was brought back and reimagined to include youth voice and civic leadership from parents in the La Comunidad Latina de Enfield, whose mission is to empower our Latino families to succeed in their professional and personal lives by creating opportunities for innovation and forming connections which unite and strengthen us all.
Hi, my name is Lorena Cisneros, and I'm the PEP facilitator, which is the People Empowering People program. I'm facilitate the program since 2014. People Empowering People program, we have 10-week classes, and we talk about different aspects like values, communication, different topics, and which help families to get more familiar with what happened in the city we are. Every single person that passed the program was a success because I could see more parents involved in the community. Because of COVID, people that were in the program, they tried to see something that helped not just the community and the young kids, but also an activity that is outside. So they make a project which they have to plant trees. The communication was good. The planning to do this, because we have to ask for a permission through the town with the authorities where we're going to plant the trees, and found a person who's going to donate the trees, and all the things that involved that project was kind of difficult, but we did it. And we plant the trees with the kids and with the students in the program.
Hi, my name is Bob Crisati, and I'm the mayor of Enfield. I had the distinct pleasure to be working with the People Empowering People program in conjunction with University of Connecticut. This program is in partnership with KITE and the Enfield Public Schools, and this group elevates voices by empowering individuals through the community-based parent leadership program. I want to thank Lorena Cicernos for her involvement and her commitment to this program. I also had the pleasure to speak to their group on a couple of occasions and to answer questions on topics of municipal government. The town of Enfield will continue to work in partnership with People Empowering People.
Hi, my name is Marie Pisner, and I have the privilege of being an Enfield Town Councilor. As a councilor, I am a liaison on the KITE program. It is through KITE that I got to meet PEP. This group is an amazing group that has showed the residents of Enfield what it can truly be to work together as a community. By working together with local businesses, town officials, and staff, they fulfilled that project. Now, if you go to Higgins Park, you will see beautiful trees planted around this playscape. Those trees will not only provide beauty and shade, but also a reminder of what it truly means to work together as a community and the benefits that we can accomplish by doing that. This graduation was special because it showed a true partnership. I was proud to be part of it, and I look forward to continuing to work with this amazing group of people.
Happy to have this program in Enfield because it helps family, it helps the Latinos to be involved in the Enfield community with everybody.
We help children succeed best when we view them from a whole family lens. We call this two-generational or two-gen. KITE's steering committee was the collective behind the One Community campaign. Now, as so many families are coming out of the pandemic, their needs are even more apparent. Shelter, rising costs of food, economic insecurity, and the child care crisis are just a few of the issues that have been brought to KITE's 2Gen committee. These tough conversations are leading to creative solutions that can affect change for our children and families. In 2022, the 2Gen committee became a co-ownership of KITE and the North Central Connecticut Chamber of Commerce, creating a pathway between providers, community agencies, and local businesses to invest back into the community that we all so deeply care about.
Hi everyone, my name is Karen Campbell and I'm the Executive Director for the North Central Connecticut Chamber of Commerce. KITE joined our Chamber of Commerce in 2018 and we were really excited to have KITE on board as a chamber member and learn different ways that we could work together and grow in our community. And one of those things has become partnering with our 2Gen committee. We cover a 4-town region, Enfield obviously being one of those communities. And it's important to know that while there are businesses in our communities, these are not only business owners, but they are your friends, they are your neighbors, they are your family members. And we found that it was really important that come to the table with KITE and find ways to bring all of that together.
The reason why 2Gen is so important for our Head Start community is the fact that being involved with them through KITE has given me the opportunity to be able to collaborate with other community agencies, to help my families, mostly within the ALICE realm, to have a safety net when there's times of need, if they come short with the essentials they may need, or if they're having trouble finding a job that may work for them. The thing about 2Gen is it isn't just focusing on the needs of the child, but the strategy to help the family with the needs that they have. I have found that this 2Gen approach has helped my family advocates with action steps to help their families reach the goals that they need to succeed as a whole family.
It's really helped our chamber grow and learn more about what is beyond the business aspect. Really excited about working together with KITE and finding ways to just reimagine that partnership and strengthen our community.
In 2020, nearly 30% of Enfield families fell into the category of ALICE. Asset limited, income constrained, and employed, these families are struggling to provide for their children. With childcare and housing costing 42% of an ALICE family's budget, there is often instability in income, residency, and food insecurity with little support or reprieve. If a child doesn't have these basic needs met at home, we know their learning is impacted at school. KITE is connecting the dots and painting a picture of awareness for educators and administration to better understand the social, emotional, and academic needs of the ALICE students they are serving. A professional development series was born and given to over 100 K-5 staff, the Enfield Family Resource Center, and leadership of the Enfield Child Development Center.
Hi, my name is Andrew Dupere, the principal of Prudence Crandall School in Enfield. In the fall of 2019, I attended a community conversation about ALICE families. The information really opened my eyes to the town of Enfield. And after hearing this, I really wanted to bring this into Hazardville Memorial. We partnered with Brianna Beckstrand, the Enfield KITE coordinator, to come and do some professional development sessions at Hazardville Memorial. The information that she presented was eye-opening to so many of the staff members, and especially those who interact with those families on a daily basis. And really hearing about the threshold to qualify as an ALICE family was really reinforced the second time Brianna came to the building, where the staff members really had to go through an activity that placed them in the life of a family that struggles day to day financially. As I moved to a new building in the district, I felt like it was so important to present this information to my new staff, just because in order to really help these students and the students that we're with every day, we really need to know where they're coming from. And this was just another way in which we can help ourselves help the students. I recommend this presentation to anyone that works with students or families, just so that we can get a better understanding of what their life is like and what we can do and what services we have and what we can provide on our end. So thank you, Brianna, and thank you, KITE.
My name is Amber Venutzos. I'm a grade 2 teacher at Hazardville Memorial School, and I had the pleasure of having Brianna and everybody that works behind the scenes at KITE provide us with a fabulous PD on the ALICE families. And I have to say that as an educator, our top goal is to support all of our kids and families. And a lot of times we know the kids who are truly struggling. But looking at things from the ALICE lens made me realize that we don't always know. You don't always know a family's situation. And we just need to be very mindful of that in the classroom, making sure that we're providing as much support to our families as we can, because you just don't know. I can't thank KITE enough for everything that they do for Enfield's families and our kids, and the relationship they have with the Enfield teachers. We love you guys. Thank you.
With time and life on hold, KITE, Enfield Public Schools, and our PLA coordinator worked together to reevaluate Enfield's Parent Leadership Academy, allowing changes to the curriculum that centered on equity, community advocacy, and the current needs of Enfield's families. Since 2002, PLA has been instrumental in creating leaders within our schools, businesses, and most importantly, elevating parent voice. PLA uncovers the leader within, offering ideas, connections, and creates opportunity for personal growth. The reason someone chooses to take PLA is highly personal, reflective of what their hopes, goals, and aspirations are. Many graduates would say It has changed their life forever.
My name is Melissa Griffith, and I am the Parent Leadership Academy Coordinator. We have over 160 graduates to date, so each year they get to do a community project, and each year it gives back to our community. Their project that they decided on and was really important to them was all about giving back kindness. So they decided on making kindness placemats that they worked with the Enfield Senior Center and Meals on Wheels to distribute those placemats to isolated seniors within our community. Parent Leadership Academy is such an amazing, unique program. I just feel so blessed and so honored to be in this position that I get to be part of each class each year.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Peter Ozowicki. I'm an Enfield resident, and I am also a grandparent who is raising a grandchild. I didn't realize how difficult this was going to be, raising a grandchild. In our grandparents meeting, one of the ladies come up to me and said, "Hey, would you be interested in taking this parent leadership?" And they said, "This is what you're going to learn. This is what's going to happen." And I'm like, I think I am going to do that because I want to start making some changes. And as the population of grandparents are taking care of grandchildren, we need to make some changes. What this has actually taught me and helped me do throughout the year is, how do I deal with people? How can I interact with them? Even though we may not be on the same page or have the same thing, where can I find common ground to start the conversation going? I would recommend this program to anyone. It's really made a positive change in my life. Thank you.
Executive function refers to the skills of self-regulation, working memory, and cognitive flexibility. Studies show growing executive function skills in pre-K and kindergarten have a significant impact on third grade academic achievement. In Enfield, KITE continues to champion the implementation of executive function practices in preschool and kindergarten classrooms.
Hi, I'm Shannon Steary. I'm the Education and Disability Manager at Stowe Early Learning Center. And at Stowe, we embed executive function strategies into our daily routine, such as the linear calendar, morning message, the question of the day, who chooses first, play planning, and intentional play. By including a focus on the development of executive functioning skills, we are preparing our equids for success beyond the preschool classroom. Research tells us that children who gain their skills that allow them to listen to others, follow directions, be flexible in their thinking, and can wait for a response are much more likely to be successful in school. By embedding executive functioning strategies, our equids develop pre-academic skills, such as pre-literacy and mathematical thinking, social-emotional competence, and communication skills. We send our equids on to kindergarten with a solid foundation in executive functioning.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark Lord, principal of Enfield Street School, and welcome to a kindergarten classroom. We know that children's executive functioning skills develop rapidly between the ages of 3 and 6. Our preschools play an important role in helping young learners develop the executive functioning skills they need to be prepared for kindergarten. When children enter kindergarten, they still need a curriculum that allows them to practice and to keep growing their executive function skills. In Enfield, we have aligned our executive function practices between the 2 grade levels. So in kindergarten, the key executive functioning strategies are embedded into the daily routine. This provides a needed consistency for children transitioning from pre-K to kindergarten, building a strong foundation for our youngest learners.
KITE's mission is simple. We want to see children happy, safe, and healthy, live in thriving families, and have the tools that they need to succeed in the 21st century. We're going to continue our outreach to early care centers and home providers. We're offering professional development in executive training, play coaching, and social emotional learning. We have a really strong partnership with the Gazelle Institute at Yale University, who is helping KITE and Enfield Public Schools come to a shared definition of family engagement that's going to elevate parent and caregiver voice. KITE has always had a focus on physical health for families and young children, but if there's one thing we learned in the pandemic, it is that the mental health of families is critically important, and we're going to focus on that this year. Lastly, but most importantly, we are continuing to learn and embed equity into every single thing that we do as a collaborative. In 2020, our members voted for KITE to facilitate a community conversation on equity. And in 2023, that's happening. And we're so excited for that to be a spark and a catalyst for change. And all of this is laying the foundation for us collectively to revise and reimagine our community plan that is going to help further the goals and the strategies that we have as one community for our families and young children. The strength of KITE is in you, our members. I know this year is going to come with ups and downs. It's going to come with challenges and opportunities for growth. But I'm excited for us to be on the journey together. You are valued at the KITE table. I thank you for being who you are. Your voice is important. What you give back to the community matters. It changes and impacts lives, and together we can affect change for Enfield's families.